The Williamson County Children's Advocacy Center is truly a place where children can hope and dream.
All in all, this place is just phenomenal in helping not only the children, but their families.
Every single kid and every single family that is entering through our doors are important and they are valuable. And so through all of the services that we provide, we have a focus on compassion and living a life of service.
But unless you've walked through the doors and used our services, the lay person across Williamson County does not know that we exist.
So the Williamson County Children's Advocacy Center is a nonprofit organization where we provide services for family when there's an allegation of abuse or neglect.
What might bring a child and their family here would be a child that has been a victim of sexual abuse, physical abuse. We even have human trafficking cases come in.
We see a lot of gun violence, suicide, homicide, and the online solicitation cases where teenagers are meeting people online.
We're probably seeing anywhere from 85 to 90 kids coming through the doors every month. I love being just that starting part of making sure kids are coming in and that there's not a child that's gonna fall through the cracks.
The purpose of the CAC is to be able to give children a safe place to be able to tell their story. So a forensic interview is a legally sounding way to communicate what has happened with this child.
We sit down one-on-one with the child and we talk to them about what has happened to them. We try to make it feel more like a homey environment, so it makes the kids feel more comfortable, it makes the family feel a little more comfortable.
I think the thing that is most unique about a child coming here for a forensic interview than a child going to a law enforcement agency or a hospital to be interviewed is that the way that forensic interviewers speak to a child is done in an open-ended way. Research has shown that the more you lead with an open-ended question, they are more open to give you all of the details about what happened. If it's needed, that forensic interview can then be shown in court.
By sitting down, recording the interview, and giving it to law enforcement, CPS, whoever might be involved with the case, this prevents the child from having to continuously tell their story and bring that trauma back up.
While this child is having that forensic interview, our family advocates are talking to our caregivers, asking them, what are your needs? What can I provide to you as your liaison to help you? And luckily, we have a resource room here. Sometimes they'll give them clothes and shoes and hygiene items and things like that. A lot of times our families need legal aid, therapy resources, housing assistance.
When families come in, even if they can't have a forensic interview, there are oftentimes services they can access, such as our medical services. When a kiddo needs a forensic nurse exam done that can actually collect evidence, at some hospitals, they don't keep them on staff at a 24/7 basis, and so you're gonna have to actually make the appointment. And some hospitals don't have them at all, so they'll say you have to go to this place, and so involving lots of travel. We feel very grateful for the amazing individuals we have here that can provide those services to families, and we're able to provide those services completely free of charge.
Before a child advocacy center was formed, the child would have to go to the police station to tell their story, to the hospital to tell their story, to the CPS office to tell their story, and now we're all under one roof. So it makes it really easy for the families, really easy for the team.
We work with the district attorney's office. We're working with the sheriff's office. We are working with all of our law enforcement jurisdictions and our child protective service caseworkers, knowing their essential role in the community in keeping kids safe and keeping our community as a whole safe, and that we're the ones that get to bring them together. And so it has been in constant evolution, rounding out as a holistic model. Even though a child has already been abused and is entering our services, going through trauma therapy, wanting to look at how can we make sure that they come back in and receive some of those bolstering services so that we can make sure all of that progress and healing continues in a forward journey.
I've heard many stories about these kids growing up and they've been to a CAC before, unfortunately, because of something that has happened to them, and they only recall the positive experiences they had. So that's what gives me hope with working at a CAC and being with these kids on a day-to-day basis, is when they go out and they start growing up and healing from their trauma, they can look back and say, these people helped me.